Adidas do not have wider boots than Nike, or vice versa for that matter. Any brand does not have a wider or narrower overall fit than any other brand. It's just something I hear a lot where people say, oh, I only buy Nike because it's wider than Adidas. I only buy Adidas because it's wider than Nike. I hear both. And it's not true. What the situation is that each boot is different individually. So let's have a look at a few. So if we get in here, for example, we've got the Predator FT. We'll take a look at the width there, and then we compare that to the Phantom 6. We would generally say that the Phantom 6 there is maybe a little bit wider. So does that mean that Nike have wider boots? No, it means that the Phantom 6 is wider than the Predator. What we can also do is we can take the Phantom 6 and we'll swap it out for the Tiempo. Now the Tiempo is narrower definitely through the midfoot and maybe slightly narrower but has more volume through the forefoot than the Predator. So again, that's another difference. So it becomes a case of not every single brand has wider or narrower boots. We can keep going with this all day. That's a definite wider Puma boot than the Tiempo. However, if I go and bring the Phantom 6 back in, that's a lot more similar. Like, this is a much narrower Puma boot, which then if we compare to a Skechers boot, I'm going to get lost doing this. The point being, there's no individual brand that is wider or narrower than any other brand. There are some situations where New Balance have wide fit, nobody else does, that's great. But on the whole, you want to pick the boot that suits you the best, not the brand, because brands, each individual boot is different.